Hello and welcome. Today we're going to do a minimalist makeup shop my stash. I finished my skincare and I'm just applying my sunscreen, and I just thought it would be fun to sit down and catch up before the holidays get super out of control and I start all those videos that I do, like the best of 2024 videos, and just have a more casual chat. And also it's an opportunity for me to ask you, what in the world would you like to see from my channel in 2025? I did a poll about 3 weeks ago and most of you chose minimalist makeup and skincare, which makes sense because that's what my channel is about. But I was thinking about toying around with a closet clean out and a capsule wardrobe, actually more of building a minimalist wardrobe, starting with that and then building on that. So if any of you are interested in minimalist wardrobes, kind of cleaning out your closet, let me know it down in the comments. It's just something different for my channel, and 2025 is going to bring a lot of changes to my channel, not necessarily in content, but anyway, I have something to share with you a little bit later in the month. We are going to be going on a trip to San Diego, and we're going to be going to Florida to visit family. And I'm using a little bit of my Hourglass. This is one of my favorite skin tints, and I combined 2 and 3. And today I'm using my IT Cosmetic brushes, and as you can see, they're not as dense. They're not really my favorite brushes, but my BK Beauty brushes are dirty. So I am resorting to my IT brushes and just trying to blend this out as best I can. So we're taking a few short trips during the holidays. We're actually traveling on Christmas and New Year's Day, or New Year's Day this year, because those seem to be the least traveled days. And honestly, as we get older, we like to travel on the less hassle days. All right, so I have those 2 trips planned, and I thought, like I did in October, I might do kind of a mini vlog. We'll see how that goes. I can't do the pack with me videos because I'm kind of an organic packer. I just pack as I go. I mean, I do plan, but I take things out, add things, and it's just not something that you guys are probably very interested in. Like I said, it's a bit organic. I add things, I subtract things, really up until the moment I'm leaving. So it's a bit of an organic style. So those kind of videos probably wouldn't be all that interesting, but let me know if you like the vlog style like I did back in October when I went to LA. On to a tip that you guys just taught me. I do not know why this has never dawned on me before, but if you have some lower cost peptide serums and hyaluronic serums sitting around, and you have makeup products or skincare products that you want to get the very last drop from, what you guys have recommended is putting a few drops of your HA serum or your peptide serum in with the product. Now, HA and peptides are always a great thing to add to products. They're in so many products anyway, so it's not going to degrade the product. You'll just be able to get the last bit out on containers that you can't really open, because I can't really cut into this. I mean, I guess I could, but that would be kind of a hassle. It's a very hard plastic. And of course, there's no way I'm going to get into this concealer. I've just taken a 1/4 dropper of the HA serum by The Ordinary and their Matrixyl peptide serum, put it in this little container, shook it up, and I have a concealer ready to go. And of course, all of our products tend to dry out over time, so giving them a little rejuvenation with some of your more inexpensive serums, a little HA or a little peptide serum, is such a fantastic way to get a little bit more life out of our products. And as you can see, it's going on great. This was getting a little thick and goopy, so I just cleaned off the dough foot, cleaned off the top of the container, and I'm ready to go again with a little bit more of my concealer. And I wasn't able to get my replacement because, as a lot of you know, my Sephora VIB order never came in. So the saga to that was, I went in last night to talk to one of the associates in store, and they said, well, there was likely not enough stock, or the package got lost. They don't really know. Black Friday is crazy, and you guys have told me this has happened to you guys too. You do an order. It happened to me last year with The Ordinary. And as I was talking about it on stories on Instagram, you guys were telling me that, this has happened to you on big sale times with Sephora, with Ulta, all the big sales. Every once in a while, your order just sort of vanishes and they give you your money back without an explanation. But what they told me, here's the secret. This is like the secret sale. I was like shocked. So they told me when I went in that Sephora has a 20% off each year on the weekend after Black Friday, 20% off a single order. Did you guys know that? I didn't know that. I'm only a VIB member, so I was only getting 15% off everything anyway. So next year, instead of doing this crazy Black Friday Sephora roundup, I'm going to do a Sephora roundup, but I'm going to tell you guys about this secret sale that happens after Black Friday. I put it up in shorts, and some of you knew about it and some of you didn't. So it's absolutely crazy that this isn't more well known. So it's the secret Sephora sale. All right, enough about that. I've got my foundation in, I've got my concealer on. I'm gonna put some brows in, and even though this is not a graphite or a gray color, the one by Merit, their taupe, looks absolutely beautiful on my brows. I love it. And I don't have a brow gel yet. I have a few pencils that I'm messing around with, but I've just become disenchanted with the Gimme Brow by Benefit, but I'm loving the Merit brow gel. I actually think that gives a really nice natural brow look. I still do have some brown, gray, and black in my brows, so I just need something to kind of blend them out, give them a bit of definition. I'm thinking about trimming off these tails, but this is the natural shape of my brow. Let me know if you think these turned down brows are giving me kind of a turned down look. I've been told that I need to kind of stop them right here, but I'm always hesitant to get rid of brow hairs. So because they're so hard to grow, they take forever to grow. I stopped using a brow serum and they really thinned out, and I stopped using a lash serum with prostaglandins and everything really thinned out, and it's taken me like a year to get them back. I know not everybody is into prostaglandins, but it's really the only thing that makes my brows and my lashes grow. So, and I don't seem to have any problem with them, no irritation, no redness. So I have been sticking with my prescription by Mataprost. All right, brows done. Let's do a little bit of cheek. Now this is the one in Bespoke. This is a mini, the Merit Flush Blush. And I think with my green today, I'm going for some peachy tones. And I go a little bit higher with my blush than I used to kind of blend in the under eye area. And my favorite thing about these Merit blushes is they're no-fail blushes. Like literally you cannot mess this up. And I've also been using, oh gosh, what's the color? I think this is either Mood or Bespoke. Actually, this is Bespoke. And I've been using this as a bit of contour along my cheekbone, just really subtle contour along my cheekbone. Just kind of playing around with contouring a little bit on my forehead and then a little bit along my jawline to kind of camouflage these kind of flappy baggy bits that are starting to show up as the threads that I got put in a couple years ago are diminished, and the filler that I had in my lower jawline is starting to diminish and possibly shift. I don't know. All the in-office treatments that I've had, I have loved over the last 7 to 8 years that I've been doing them, but they do tend to wear off. You have to kind of keep them up. So I'm rethinking all of that. Let's blend this out. Yeah, I'm rethinking kind of what I'm going to be doing in the future for my in-office skincare treatments. As you guys know, I love to get the occasional in-office treatment, a light Fraxel, an IPL now and then, just to keep the pigment at bay, to keep my skin smooth, to keep everything looking fresh. It's amazing what the occasional in-office treatment can do, but I'm not going to be going for those more heavy-duty treatments. I'm not doing any more filler. That might be a newsflash for some of you. I just feel like I got the perfect amount over the 4 years that I did it, and small amounts, low and slow over time, just to kind of reframe my face and give me a little bit of a refresher. And as I mentioned before, I'm not redoing threads. I felt like they gave me a pick-me-up, definitely, but they only last like a year or a little bit more than a year. So I'm not redoing threads. I'm not doing any more filler, but I will probably continue to do a few resurfacing treatments just to keep my skin perked up. But this lower face is a little more squared off than it was a couple of years ago, but I've made the conscious decision not to do any more filler, not to do any more threads, because while those procedures got me through that 10-year period where I just really needed and wanted a refresh, it's not an ongoing solution. So I've been trying some radio frequency at home to see if I can get a little lift to this area to kind of reduce this pouch, and I'll have those results out in 3 weeks. I've been using 3 different radio frequency devices, and I'll be comparing those devices and seeing if the before and afters show any difference in this kind of lower face area, the nasolabial folds under my chin and in this little drooping that I have here along my jawline. And I am in natural sunlight, so you can probably see a little bit more of the droopiness of my lower face than you would if I had my studio lights on. Actually, what I'll do is I'll put those on after I'm done with my makeup, and you can kind of check how my skin looks in natural light versus how it looks in studio lights. They can be really deceiving. Because studio lights kind of wipe out shadow, you get a more uniform look to the skin that really isn't a true reflection necessarily of how my skin is aging in natural light and what people see day to day in and out. All right, blush and contouring blended, and as you can see, these two colors work beautifully together, the Bespoke and the Stockholm. The Merit blushes, you honestly can't mess them up, which is what I love about them. Now for a bit of mascara. I've been also playing around with Merit's Clean Lash Mascara. I love this. I did not purchase the replacement for my Benefits. I don't know why. It's because I have like 8 or 10 mascaras here and I just feel like I need to use these up before I buy any more. But this arrived in PR and I've been playing around with it and I absolutely love it. It glides on, it's super creamy, it's somewhat buildable, not super buildable. If you're looking for a va-voom look, this is probably not the mascara that you want. But for me personally, this is a perfect minimalist makeup mascara. 3 swipes and I feel like I'm done. I think I got a little bit here in the corner. I need a little more concealer to fix that up. All right, cleaned up. I've also been trying a new product by City Beauty. This is their night lip oil, and I've been actually using a little bit of it during the daytime too. You can put it on your lips, you can put it over the top lip and sleep in it like an occlusive sleep mask, which is really nice. That's the way I have been using it. But the Colorado weather is so dry and it does devastation to your lips. So I definitely exfoliate my lips. When I do my facial exfoliation, I just add a little bit to my lip area, and I definitely have to keep my lips hydrated and put on occlusives at night if I don't want to get cracked lips. So I'm putting on a little bit of lip oil, and then I'm going to come in with Revi. This is in the color Peony. It has a little bit of peach tone, which is kind of what I'm going for. And having the City lips under it kind of turns this into like a lip gloss, and my lips feel so beautiful and hydrated. The City Lips oil kind of reminds me of the consistency. It's kind of hard to tell, but it reminds me of the consistency of castor oil. I did that whole slugging castor oil for 90 days when it was really hot late in the summer, and my lips have never looked better. My nail beds and my lips have never looked better. I have my castor oil still sitting by my bed. I do use it, not as regularly as I probably should, because I'm trying to use up some of my other facial oils right now. That's what I'm kind of doing this December. I'm kind of using up everything I have, trying not to buy anything new, and kind of prepping for kind of a refresh in 2025. That's kind of my goal this December, kind of to shop my stash, use up what I've got in my minimalist makeup collection and my skincare collection, do kind of a mental review of all the products that I've tried in 2024 so I can get ready for my best of 2024, and then do a huge declutter toward the end of the month and get ready for the new year. I am going to quickly do my hair, and then I'm going to turn on my studio lights just to give you that before and after of what studio lighting can do. And I will be right back. I'm going to run in the bathroom and comb out this mess. So here's natural lighting from the window versus studio lighting. Doesn't this make an incredible difference? It kind of washes out those shadows. The folds in my skin look smoother, my texture looks smoother, I have fewer fine lines. It's amazing what a little bit of studio lighting can do once it reduces that natural shadow that we have in natural lighting. I hope you enjoyed today's video shopping my minimalist makeup stash. Thanks very much for watching and wishing you all a fantastic day.